My goats, my name's Tote, and welcome back to the channel. It has been too long. I missed you guys, but we're back. Here we are, and we got a lot of stuff coming up this next week. We got a lot going on. So, if you have not subscribed yet, click the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on anything we got coming. Now, as you all know, last Friday night was our first experience, my first experience with Dungeons and Dragons, and I feel like it went quite well. Now, I'm not saying that everything worked out with it, okay? I'm saying that for the first time, for me DMing, it went quite nicely, okay? I am going to tell you guys all about it and all the entire story. The Mines of Phyndolin are the ones that we're doing, is the story that we're following. However, before I tell you all about it, I think I want to tell you guys the characters that are playing, and no one was really prepared as much as they should have been, myself included. And so I would like to get their backstories all kind of set in stone before we do that. So be looking for that. That'll probably be within the next 2 weeks. Next week, we are going to have a new episode of Harry Potter, which I will be recording sometime this weekend. I will be taking care of a little guy this weekend. So at some point, I will record a new episode of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, new chapter, and you'll see that next week. Also next week, we will do a review on the movie Onward. So we're kind of sticking with that Dungeons and Dragons theme that we've got going on here. Be looking forward to that as well. I think we'll be doing possibly some game reviews next week, but I'm not holding to that. I've already got quite a bit on my plate. So, all those things being said, today, what we're doing today, because I know you want a little D&D action, we're gonna start our own little quest. So, if you've ever seen these before, they're for children, actually. Basically, when I started out this, I'm gonna find out how to play D&D by myself, I decided that I would go to the library, and this was one of the books that I could check out. So I thought, hey, that'll help me. And it really didn't. It's basically a choose your own adventure book, but I am going to let y'all choose the adventure. So I will I'll drop a comment, I'll put it in the description what the two options are, because there's usually just two. And without further ado, let's begin. So, this one says, this is the Endless Quest Big Trouble. Get you some of that. The ground of our deep forest trembles, and you are troubled. It has always felt firm and stable before this. What's happening? You ask as you push yourself away from your ancient desk, fashioned by magic from the living trunk of a tree far older than you. You've been studying the elven scrolls strewn across it all week, deciphering the notes and sigils scrawled upon them by wizards much wiser than you. In this case, your parents. And you were on the edge of a breakthrough in your understanding of them. That will have to wait for now. Your younger brother lets out a large belch. Excuse me, he flashes you a goofy grin as he rubs his belly, entirely unaware that there might be any problem. Quiet, Tal'Lurin, your mother says to him as she cocks her head to one side to listen. She focuses her attention far away for a moment. Then her eyes snap back to you, filled with panic. We need to leave, she says. Now! You start to gather up your scrolls and put them away, but your mother shakes her head at you. We don't have time for that. Your father bursts through the front door of your cozy home, a tower built into the center of a massive hollow tree. Trouble is coming, he says. To you all. Big trouble! What kind, Malloran? Your mother asks him as she gathers up her spell components. the special little odds and ends she needs to work her wizardly magic. Did you see? Does it matter, Ardian? We have to leave, whatever kind it is. But why? Talaran asked. Isn't being safe one of the reasons we live here? He's right, you know. The tower tree you call home blends in so well with the other trees in Ardeep Forest that you sometimes have trouble picking it out yourself. It's how your parents keep people from the nearby metropolis of Waterdeep from constantly knocking on your door. Such camouflage doesn't matter to the creatures coming this way, your father says, as he puts your brother's hand in yours. You can feel your brother trembling. If you weren't frightened before, you're starting to feel that way now. Your father scurries about, stuffing necessary things into his pack. I don't get why they get to pack up and you didn't, but whatever. Stuffing necessary things into your pack. They knock over everything in their path. Our home will just be another tree to them, something else to flatten. Who are they? Your brother asked. You're not sure you want to hear the answer. Giants, your father says as he leads you towards the front door. People as tall as a house, taller than our tree. They're coming this way, and they're hungry. He flings open the door, and you squeeze your brother's hand, ready to run as fast as you can. But before you take your first step, you see exactly what your father was talking about. A massive person standing before you, blotting out the sun. Hide, your mother says to you. Take your brother and go. All right, so here are our choices. We can either run, we can either face the giants, or we can hide. So, drop a comment down below. I will continue this. Let's see here. Probably, today's Thursday, probably tomorrow we'll try to go ahead and read whatever you guys choose. Possibly we'll wait until Sunday afternoon to continue. It just depends how soon you guys drop the comment and tell me where to go from here. But until that time, guys, I'll catch you on the flip side.